Hello Scorpio, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Scorpio for the month of August. Now Scorpio, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not. Also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Scorpio, do also understand the only place you can get any of my products and services is my website, zaneintuitive.com. There's a link to that in the description below, so make sure you're using that link. And I'll never ask you for money or for a reading or anything like that. I've also launched a Patreon, so if you want to support the journey on a deeper level and get some exclusive content, you can check that out. Lastly, I do daily content on Instagram, so if that is your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now Scorpio, if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Do stick around to the end as well. We go through with another 9 cards and clarify with some oracle messages. But let's see what we have here for you. Definitely like to see the double aces here. Definitely love that. That's always a good sign. And in a diagonal pattern, which is great. So let me see. This looks good enough to me, I think. All right, energy on the bottom. Well, we have the Tower. That's the way it goes, all right? So here's the deal. Don't be afraid of this card. This is the universe stepping in and saying, whatever you're doing right now is a house of cards. And if it doesn't collapse, if we don't collapse it for you, if I don't collapse it for you, whatever you identify with, it's going to collapse anyway. And so this is what I'm trying to say is the universe is stepping in right now and changing something for you. It may feel abrupt, it may feel sudden, it may hurt, but this card always puts you on the path to the star. This card always puts you on a path to a timeline that is closer to your highest destiny. And sometimes we have to be shaken down to our foundation to understand that what we're doing needs to change, or the pattern that we're in is not in alignment with where we're supposed to be vibrating. And that's the Tower, okay? So you could expect some sort of sudden change here. Now, this may have already happened in July and could be setting the stage here for a turnaround because we have the Temperance card. But I actually love this reading for you. All 9 cards here minus the 5 and the Tower, that's actually 10. So 8 out of 10 here look very, very good. And so just keep this in mind. This middle card is the most important card in the spread. It bleeds into the rest of the cards. So this talks about a new beginning in some sort of emotional, romantic, creative venture. This could also just be a happy event coming in, or a happy new beginning in some area of your life. Sort of like a happy ending, if you will, to the story. And definitely like to see this for you. This could be a new relationship, could be a new creative venture, it could be just a happy situation happening here. And so it looks like this month will be successful. It looks like this has the ability to be actually quite a successful month for you. I get the sense that maybe this Tower has already happened. You have the Temperance here in the past. This is a turnaround, or it can be, and I feel like in this case it is because we have the Tower on the bottom. The reason that this is read sometimes as a turnaround is because it comes after the Death card. And so it talks about healing. The Temperance is a card of healing. This is an angel on the card here. And so it talks about using your fire and your water to heal an aspect of your path. And with that, alchemizing a new beginning into being. And so definitely like to see that. That is the Sagittarius card. So something interesting going on there. Now, what you're healing, I feel like, is this 5 of Pentacles, okay? So the Tower event for some of you could have been a loss in job, or it could have been a money loss or something like that. Not something I ever really like reading, but you know what I love to see with this Five of Pentacles in the lower row is that it's totally fixable, if you will, because the Five of Pentacles in this lower row is the way that you talk to yourself. It's your subconscious, and for you, Five Pentacles in this spot can talk about getting into you may be talking to yourself in scarcity mode. And so you can easily turn that around by just changing the way that you talk to yourself. And so some of you may not have lost a job, and really what you're just doing is you're in this sort of scarcity way of thinking. And you know, you have this Empress card, which is quite literally the opposite of the Five of Pentacles. This is the most abundant card in the tarot. So there are seeds here that you've planted that are ready to grow, because the Empress is all about fertility and prosperity. And so, you know, the universe is like, we have this Empress here, but you're thinking about loss. So keep that in mind. I feel like you're healing something around abundance here. You have this Three of Wands, initial success, looking out to the horizon, thinking about where to go from here. And I like to see the Three of Wands because it means, you know, what I feel, the story that I feel like developing for you here is you're picking yourself up from a loss. Okay, you might have gotten knocked down, but you're picking yourself back up, and you've turned that into a small win. Remember, small wins build up into big wins over time, and love to see that. You have this King of Cups, definitely so. The King of Cups can weather storms here, okay? And so, you know, this might have been emotional in nature. Oftentimes emotions and money, that's just a part of life. And for you to have that Ace of Cups in the middle, signifying emotions, new beginnings, with the Five of Pentacles diagonal, some of you have, I feel like you're learning to separate those two things, which is very important. It's hard. It's easier said than done. I'm not saying it's easy, but you know, King of Cups is also just telling you to have compassion for yourself as you go through this totally natural and normal experience in life. You have this Page of Wands, new beginning. Again, this is actually, sorry, I didn't mean to say new beginning, but I do feel like since that came out, it's probably definitely on the cards here for you with two aces. But really, the Page of Wands, pages are like messengers. They're people who come in and deliver news. And so you're probably going to get good news. That's what the Page of Wands is. Page of Wands is also read as a job offer. Pages also come in and offer you something. And this is Wands, being the suit of enterprise and business, oftentimes is read as a page, the job offer as well. With the Six of Wands below it, that's a victory. That's a bigger victory. This is the second win in the suit of Wands. So like I was saying, you really are having this sort of situation play out, which is this small win is now multiplying into a much bigger win and a much greater win. And I love to see this future column for you. I mean, this is win-win-win. Ace of Swords is victory and success, and it's a new beginning around those areas, typically read as a breakthrough in your life. And so I do feel like some of you are healing from a job loss, or you're healing from a situation where you were feeling left out in the cold with this Five of Pentacles, Temperance, healing these two things. Money coming in, abundance coming in here in the middle with an offer and a breakthrough around that area. So I love to see this. This is truly a turnaround reading here. Now, let's continue forward and see what else comes through for you. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow, helps get the word out and spread the message to others. There's also a bell below this video. If you click that bell, you will never miss an update from me. And lastly, Scorpio, appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. Hope things are going well. Hope things are good for you. So, let's see what else we got going on here. Scorpio. The Miriam Sacred Vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. Okay, may need to forgive yourself. Look, losses are a part of life. Sometimes, like I said, we have to get shaken down to our core to understand that what we were doing was not right, and to see a different angle on whatever sort of trance we find ourselves in. And so forgive yourself. It's a part of life. You have Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth, stay grounded. Look, you know what you can always do? You can always get up and go for a walk. And that's what Guy is talking about. Do something to connect yourself to source. Take your shoes off, put your bare feet on the grass or on the sand or wherever you are, and ground your energy. There's a lot of science around earthing. Check it out. You might want to do something like that. You could take a hike. I always say that that's a hike card. And then you have the Sanat Kumara, very strong energy, light activation, shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Yeah, I feel like you maybe are aware that this situation is coming through. This breakthrough is coming through. Maybe a breakout. So this is the leader of this Keepers of the Light Oracle deck according to the author. And so when you get Sanat Kumara, also, by the way, Venusian energy from the planet Venus. So when you get that card, it's a big sort of message of some sort of light that wants to come out. And for you, it's something around internal situations here. So let's see what else we have. Okay, the Ten of Wands. Ace of Swords breakthrough once again coming in. 3 aces now showing up. And the Two of Swords, look, blinded. You are blinded by this loss. You are blinded by feeling left out in the cold. This is clearly a deadlocked situation that you find yourself in. You may have even unfairly been let go or something like that, because the Two of Swords is an injustice. But it can also just mean, there's this whole world in front of you and the blindfold's on, you just can't see it. This person could just drop their swords and take the blindfold off, but they're not. And so I think if you're in this situation, it's important to realize that there is always a reason why things like this happen, and just viewing it in that way might be helpful at this time. Ace of Swords with the Empress, abundance breakthrough, money breakthrough for you, new beginnings in those areas. Empress meaning abundance, Ace meaning breakthrough, new beginning. Temperance, you have some sort of, you're healing a burden that you're carrying, probably a mental burden around the loss or that situation. Page of Swords, Page of Cups, offers. Now we have 3 offers developing as well as 3 aces. And the Seven of Swords, interesting. Self-deception is what's happening here. Okay, self-deception. I feel like you're not, it's almost like I'm seeing here, like you've had a small win, and it's like you may fear that this Six of Wands, this bigger win's not coming in. And so you're self-sabotaging here. Almost like this feeling of unworthiness that you're not going to move into a larger win is what I'm feeling like here. Ace of Cups, Page of Cups, some of you meeting someone, some of you getting someone's interested in you for sure. Others of you are going to have happy news that comes around with the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups on top of each other. But that's a big combination of starting a relationship. All we need is the Knight of Cups now. But even without that, it could be just a younger sort of person, or just the early stages of development in a relationship. Page of Swords with the King of Cups, getting curious about where to go. I feel like with this business situation, this job situation. Let's see what else we have here. Transformation, death, Knight of Pentacles, money coming in, King of Swords. Yeah, so I love to see the Knight of Pentacles. That's a financial event coming in, especially as it lines up with the Six of Wands. That's potentially a job offer, moving to a new house, getting an apartment, getting a loan, getting into a school. The thing about the Knight of Pentacles is there's an element of time with it. It takes time. It's not a big win. It's something that you've been nurturing and fostering into being. And for you, it's this larger win. But you got to get out of your own way first with this Three of Wands. Sometimes you got to have these smaller wins to get to the bigger win. And I feel like that's what's happening, but this is a great sign. Death card, Queen of Wands. Yeah, look, so Queen of Wands is attraction. It's somebody who's very attractive to a lot of people, especially in the workplace. Like they always are able to get a job because they're very passionate. And so for you're transforming this Five of Pentacles, Two of Swords. That's a thing of the past. Instead, what you're doing is it's the death of an old way of doing. It's a new process coming in. And so you have a lot of potential suitors. King of Swords, Ace of Swords, getting it done, really just looking at the tasks and the priorities and this breakthrough that you're having here in an unemotional way. And just putting all the cards out on the table and reading them for yourself here. And I feel like that's what's going on with the King of Swords. King of Swords is also success in business or law even. This could be your boss or somebody you work with where you need to set like work boundaries. King of Swords will set boundaries, but yeah, I like to see that. Yeah, you're going to get communication here with message, courtship, change, coffin, expectation, lovers. For some of you, this big win is a relationship. Someone's trying really hard here for you. Someone's trying to get you really hard. With courtship, Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, all lined up on top of each other. And by the way, that can mean a business, like somebody who's like, wow, this resume is perfect. This interview is amazing. They crush the interview. They have everything we need. That could also be the courtship where they really want you. Look, coffin with the death card and the Five of Pentacles, Two of Swords. That's situations in the past. Whatever loss happened is in the past. You're getting message here coming in around a change. And like I said, your expectation, as I said, with that Seven of Swords will get in the way at this time. And so for you, I feel like it's just realizing that this win's coming in, especially with the Knight of Pentacles. So love this. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zanintuitive.com. Consider becoming a Patreon. See you in the next one.